Hey guys, my name is Madeline and welcome back to my channel. So my video today is going to be a little bit different than my previous videos, but I had this idea that I just really wanted to share with you guys. So recently I've been watching a lot of video essays on YouTube, especially about coming of age stories and things that people have learned throughout their life, and I wanted to do something a little bit similar to that. Right now I'm 20 and I'm about to be 21, and I just wanted to share some things that I've learned recently or realized recently that have basically changed my life and that I will carry with me throughout the rest of my life. Some of these things may seem a little bit obvious to you guys, but they weren't obvious to me. So if you're like me, maybe you just need a little bit of help realizing these things. So the first thing on my list is to be yourself. Now I know you've probably heard be yourself a million times in your life, and I also had heard that a million times in my life. But I think recently I've learned that there is a difference between being yourself outwardly and being yourself inwardly. And I think I've always been myself outwardly. I've always kind of had my own sense of style and had my own humor and personality and things like that, but deep down, I didn't really know what I wanted out of life or what my goals were. And that's what I mean by knowing who you are inwardly, thinking about things like, what are your goals in life? What are your morals? What are your beliefs? What dreams do you have? Things like that. That is my first tip, is to be yourself, inside and out. The second thing on my list is don't let others dictate your happiness. So for me, I used to really struggle with worrying about what others thought about me and people pleasing, and to be honest, I still struggle with people pleasing, but I have really made it an effort to work on it recently. Nobody else can fulfill your happiness other than you. The third thing on my list is being different actually makes you cool. This is something I really struggled with in high school and middle school. I wanted to feel cool and well liked by my peers, but as I've grown older, and especially during my years in college, I've realized that the coolest people that I have met have always been the people who are different, and they're not afraid to show their difference. You know what I mean? They don't feel like they need to fit in to what the norm is. They feel like they need to break out of the norm. So the next thing on my list is not to feel pressured while you are young. And let me explain that a little bit. In youth, in our adolescence, there is this pressure to know who you are and be the best that you can be. If you've never known what you wanted to be, that's okay. There's always time. There's always time. Focus on the now. Focus on what makes you happy now. You're not running out of time, and you don't have to decide right now what you want to do for the rest of your life, and you can always change your mind later on. So the next thing I have on my list is don't hide your interests. I know in today's age, especially with social media, sometimes our interests and the things that we like can feel embarrassing. I've always been a really big fan of music and a really big fangirl, if you will. And in high school, I was kind of scared to show my interests and my favorite bands and like my passion for music, because that was kind of something that was considered weird at my high school. It's not fun to enjoy things only by yourself. Once you surround yourself in an environment of people who are like-minded to you, you really can just flourish and grow in your interests. The next thing on my list is to find passion projects. So in life, we're obviously working towards a career or some sort of large overarching goal, but I think it's really important to find little things in your life that bring you enjoyment, that you feel very passionate about. These are things that you're doing not because you want to be the best at them, but because you just enjoy doing it. And honestly, that's kind of how YouTube is for me. I'm not super worried about my likes or my view count. I just really enjoy making videos. If the feedback or the outcome of the project really doesn't matter, it only matters about how you feel at the end and if you feel satisfied with the work that you've created. So for other people, this might be picking up an instrument, learning photography, learning a sport, doing art, all kinds of things like that. Just whatever is something that has always interested you or that you've really enjoyed, just do it. And it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not, just do it because it's fun and because you love it. The last thing on my list is to have fun and not take yourself too seriously. We're all just people on Earth. There's billions of people who have come before us, and there's billions of people who have come after us, and there's billions of people living with us right now. So don't take yourself too seriously. Do what you love to do. Be who you are. And don't worry about what other people think about you or the way that you might be perceived. And I know it's really hard, and like I said, I've struggled with all of these things too, but as I've come to realize these things on my list, I've really just felt much more free in my life, and I've just really come to enjoy my life a lot more. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on all of my social medias. They will be linked down below. And make sure to like this video, leave a comment if you want to, and subscribe to me, please, and I will love you so much. Love you. Have a great rest of your day.